All right, so we are at day 15 on the Appalachian Trail. Well, we got off the trail from Neal's Gap, and we are now in Blairsville, Georgia. So we ended up getting a shuttle at guy picked us up around 8:20 in the morning, and basically we were able to go to 9 o'clock mass. So it was great. Got my church in after 2 weeks, and yeah, so we, basically we got really cold temperatures tonight. Basically, it's really dipping down. I think maybe like 18 degrees or something. And so yeah, basically we got this nice hotel room. Just another one, another little cheap spot. Really good. This Sunset Inn in Blairsville. Highly recommend it. Really great family-run operation here. Right in the center of town. Like literally right in the town center. Like this is probably like the old saloon back in the day. But yeah. So we got picked up at 8. Basically went directly to church, and then the guy picked us up from church, and then took us to Aldi. So we got fully stocked, full of way better food. Since it's a lot colder, I got some lunch meat and stuff because it's not going to go off. It's like, we're right in the refrigerator zone, which is nice. Honestly, the only issue is water. Having your water freezer, stuff like that. But basically, went to Aldi, resupplied, and then we were basically done everything by 11 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, what do you call it? We basically, the hotel doesn't open up until 3, so check-in is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I basically sat in Chick-fil-A from like 11:30 to like 3 o'clock, so like 4 hours or something like that. I basically told them, like, hey, I'm waiting for the hotel room. It's cold. Can I just sit here? And they're like, yeah, we don't care. Bought some stuff. That Chick-fil-A, though. Oh, man. Oh, we got those spicy sandwiches. Oh, so good. Lathered up with buffalo and ranch. Oh, man. So good. And we got Sadie a 30-count nugget. So she is well fed from Chick-fil-A. It was good. I would say definitely eating that much, it's like, man, it's a lot of grease. But it was really good. Like, really hit the spot. Had some half and half tea and a lot of water. And yeah, we basically just sat there for 4 hours. And it was really interesting because we talked to a lot of people, honestly. We were just sitting there. I mean, we had all of our stuff packed up. We were sitting at a table with the dog, and people, older people would come up, mostly older people. Not too many young people were in there, but people that just go to Chick-fil-A every day, get their little morning whatever, and go back home pretty much. And yeah, I mean, we talked to maybe 6 couples. I mean, there's all kinds of people. I got to talk to a guy named Hugh West, 90 years old, OG, really awesome guy. Yeah, Hugh West. He was sitting there by himself, and I just kind of looked. I was watching him a little bit. You can kind of see. It's like, oh man, he's just sitting there for a while. Just eating his food, and I kind of just bump into him and say, hey, blah, 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 beautiful day. We're walking the trail. And, oh, man, that conversation, man. He went on to, basically I think we talked for maybe about 45 minutes. Like an actual 45-minute conversation. And I was listening to about 43 minutes of that. I was just nodding and just smiling because he was dropping wisdom. And, yeah, he talked about how his wife died 12 years ago. Love of his life, old school generation. He's like, I met her in Chicago 3 times, and on the 3rd time, I asked her to marry me, like that kind of thing. And he said his wife was like, after the first time that I met you, I knew I was going to marry you. I was like, man, to have that kind of faith and just be like, yeah. And yeah, he said he was married for 59 years. Um, 59 years, wow. I mean, that's basically double my lifespan, pretty much. And yeah, he was like, she was the best woman ever. Like, absolutely, like, the apple of his eye, man. And just hear him talk about his wife, and it's like, bam. Like, he's like, man, I wish she was sitting right here. It's like, we used to come here all the time. It's like, damn. And, well, I asked him, like, you got any advice for me? And he's like, just enjoy life, man. He's like, just enjoy it. It's, he said, moves quick, but um, just enjoy it, smell the coffee, go out in there and help others. And, nah, he was just an OG. Getting me choked up out here talking about his wife, but, oh, man. Like, if you heard him to, like, talk about his wife, man, it was like, wow. To love somebody that much is, like, crazy. Hugh West, OG, 90 years old, still walking, still driving. He's like, I'm 90 years old, but I feel like I'm 40 inside. I'm like, damn, to be that. He's like, it's like, almost lost my legs because of the blood clots from getting the COVID vaccination. I'm like, shit. Oh, looks like we got a little cop action rolling in here. Oh, looks like Trooper Dan's making a pit stop. Police coming in hot. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. But yeah, we just had some like really awesome conversations. Yeah, Hugh West was probably the best one that I had. So many people were talking about, how they had shepherds growing up, just having like the best dog ever. And oh, we got a bunch of cops coming in here. Hopefully they're not looking for us. Nah, we ain't do nothing. We just hanging out. But yeah, it was a good day. I mean, I sat in the same spot for 4 hours and just started talking to people, just to let people know, wow, there's like a lot of cops coming in here. What is going on? Something's going down. We got some action out there. We got like 2 cops sitting right there. I don't know if you can see it. We got 2 cops there, and the lighting's probably bad. Something's going down. They're looking for somebody. But yeah, we were just sitting in Chick-fil-A for 4 hours. And I didn't even tell the best part. So I go up to my room. I get here around 3 o'clock. And so again, we were sitting in Chick-fil-A from like 11 to 3. And I'm like, all right, 3 o'clock, walked up, 5 minutes up the hill. And what do you call it? Apparently someone called in and said, hey, is there a young man that came in? I'm just like, and they said, the lady at the front desk told me, she's like, oh yeah, someone called like literally like an hour after you called in. And they're like, is there a young man there that's, staying the night, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, nah, well, he's like, someone called in. He's like, he'll be here at 3 o'clock. And she's like, all right, great. So someone ended up paying for my room. Like, talk about like, thank you. Like this was awesome. I mean, the room wasn't that expensive, but it's like, to have, yeah, like someone literally called in like an hour after. He's like, oh, I want to pay for that man's room, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Like, trail magic pretty much. Probably bumped into somebody, started talking to whoever wanted to talk. And, the dog was doing her thing like usual. She's loving the bed. And yeah, it was just like a really, really great experience. Like, and I wasn't really doing anything. I mean, I was basically like, all right, I'll just sit here for a couple hours, like whatever. Um, I mean, sitting in one spot for 4 hours, it's like wow. But the people that we met, I think that was like the number one thing. It's like, you know, God will put the people that He wants you to talk to in your path, and He did. And it was just like, I mean, some of the conversations we had were like awesome. You know, people talking about their experiences, their time on the Appalachian Trail. Because this is like one of the first like major cities that you can actually resupply with like an actual store, and you know, um, we went to an Aldi, which is great. Oh, so much good stuff at Aldi. We're going to be eating so good. We're not going to be cooking too much. We basically got a lot of cheese, bread, meat sticks, meat, um, some other protein, carbs. Yeah, but carbs and protein pretty much. And I got electrolyte packets. So I'll probably drink one of those every couple of days just to keep my salts up, my hydration good. Um, but yeah, it was just such a, like a wholesome day. I think that was like the main thing. Because I mean, I wasn't really. I'm like, all right, should I get back on trail? Should I try to stay in a town while I'm already in town? I just stayed 4 nights at this resort place, which was awesome. So I'm like, all right, am I gonna walk one day to get into town, or 2 nights to get into town again? I needed to resupply for sure, because I couldn't resupply at Such's, which was the resort place, but they were feeding me good there. I was just like, you know, um, like, all right, am I going to drop more money on a hotel so early in the trip? I'm like, I guess, we got cold weather coming in, but tonight's like the last night, and then it's going to get back up into the 40s again. So it's it's just so interesting how everything kind of works, because I mean, I had like a 45-minute conversation with that guy. Like, he was just dropping everything he thought. Talk about how he was getting beat. His mom made him go out to the woods and get him a hickory. He's like, you gotta get that hickory, and I'm gonna whoop your ass. It's like, all right, so you gotta go pick your tool that you're gonna get beat with. Like, he's like, can't do that anymore. I'm like, nope, you cannot. Talking about getting the belt and getting the hickory. I'm like, just like an old school Georgia accent, deep South. I mean, I guess we're not really in the deep. Well, I guess Georgia's deep South. It's I don't know. You got the Southern draw, but yeah, just like him just reminiscing about his times, and talking about his wife and his kids. He had 4 kids and all their problems. He's like, oh man, if it was my day, I'd be beating these kids. They're so disrespectful, and they're just on their phones all the time, and all this shit. I'm just like, I'm sitting there smiling, laughing. I'm like, yeah, he's probably right. You know, um, just having a chat, and just letting that guy just drop some advice. And yeah, there's so many people that following the YouTube channel, and bumping into all kinds of people on the trail. Just having like really wholesome conversations. I think it's like, um, people just kind of blow by. It's like, all right, don't talk to me. I'm in my own bubble, and you know, I'm fine to talk to anybody. I mean, it's like, yeah, you want us to talk to the dog. I mean, do whatever you want. I mean, she had a great time. I mean, she got all kinds of extra Chick-fil-A today. People were giving her in the morning. This guy had like, this old couple was like, oh man, we got our leftovers for our dog, but your dog's bigger, so we'll give it to you. So, oh man, they gave me like chicken and biscuits. Dude had like a shit ton of mayo on it, which I wouldn't eat mayo in the morning, but yeah, like breakfast sandwich with straight mayonnaise on it, like cheese. I mean, Sadie loved that. She was tearing that up. And yeah, they gave us all kinds of sauce packets, so we'll have some sauce for our sandwiches and stuff. Yeah, we got a lot of food. We restocked. I'm like, all right, let me get like a full like 10 to 12 day supply, because Sadie can carry like 12 pounds, so, you know, and I got a scale to make sure that she's not like carrying anything more than 12 pounds. So yeah, she's right at 12, and then I basically carry the rest. I got all kinds of snacks and stuff, dried fruit. Um, the one thing I really wish they had, but they didn't have, was dates. Oh man, I wish they had some dates. I would have gotten like a whole bag of dates. But I think we got like pineapple and like, I don't know, coconut medley or something like that. But yeah, it was just like Blairsville. 10 out of 10 experience again, you know. And the shuttle guy was awesome. He waited up for me, you know, really, really great. Jeff Moon, if everyone's following, definitely hit Jeff up. Good dude, good rates, you know. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I paid him, you know, he'll ask for more money, um, you know, to wait around for you, obviously. You know, it's like, all right, you know, I'm gonna spend some hours with you, so. Um, but it was great. You know, it really was great. And what do you call it? Yeah, so we'll get back on Neil's Gap tomorrow. They have the mountain crossing uh, like gear shop. So we're gonna go get another um, insulated mat because I have one for myself, and then I had like a little bit, basically like some of my sleeping clothes. That's it. Well, basically Sadie's been sleeping on the sleeping bag, which reflects the heat, and she's like super warm. Like she has no problems. You know, she's off the ground. But I don't want it's getting a little tight on the sleeping bag, so it's like, all right, you have your spot. If you want to cuddle next to me, you can, but like on my legs, I mean, I can't even move. You know, giving her like her little corner pretty much. But yeah, we'll go hit that up, get a better. I don't know. We'll see what kind of gear they got. I mean, I'm kind of maxing out on the gear. No, not gonna lie, I got a lot of weight. Um, I mean, probably with this food, we're probably at least up to 60 pounds of like full weight. Oh what? Oh what? All right, stop. You were. Shh. All right, enough. Shh. Sadie, enough. Just randomly barking. Stop. Here's all the people around us. Thank you. Got my protector. I wouldn't mess with that dog. Mm-hmm. Come here. Come here. Come here. Well, come here, good girl. Why are you being all nosy? Hmm? So, yeah, day 15. I mean, that was a really, it was a great day. I got to go to church. That was like I would say that was like one of the highlights, but I think definitely just meeting all those people was like the main highlight. You know, just bumping into all these old couples, you know, talking about their. All right, stop. 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 Thank you. Will you stop? Thank you. Stop. You're a good girl. I'll never tell her to stop barking all the way. Just do it quietly. Do the quiet rumble, not the loud one. We don't need you. Getting up. But we do have a command. I won't say it now, and I won't reveal it. But yeah, if we don't want someone walking up on us, we can give her a command, and she'll definitely scare their ass. Be like, nope, you can't cross here. I started doing that when she was a puppy, and I'm like, all right, let's see if this works. And she took right to it. She's like, okay, I know exactly what I need to do. Goes full bark mode, like full chest bark. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, day 15, just great day. Just eating Chick-fil-a, talking to people about the trail. Got really great resupply, all kinds of awesome food. So they didn't have dog food, which I was so surprised. So Sadie will be eating like a king, just like me, pretty much. So we got like, you know, because once we get back on the trail, it's like under 40 degrees. So it's, I think, you know, refrigerator temperatures are like 36 to 42 or something, and we're below that the whole time. You know, so it's like, all right, we got our natural refrigeration. So we got like 3 loaves of French bread, got some seeded bread, got some tortillas, got some all kinds of Chick-fil-A sauce if you want to spice up our stuff. So yeah, we're moving on from tuna to chicken because I'm like, you can definitely do way more chicken than you can tuna, way more. So yeah, we probably had like 4 or 5 packets of rice and like 2 or 3 of the tunas left. So they have a hiker's box here. So I basically just donated to that because I was done eating that. And I'm like, and it's only like $1, 99 cents per pack. So I'm like, all right, this cost me $6. I'll just donate $6 to the hiker's box. Take the rice. I don't want it. I had enough. And I'm tired of peanut butter and jelly. I didn't have any good bread. I was doing like peanut butter and jelly burritos, and like, it tastes good. It tastes like peanut butter and jelly, but this does not have the white bread experience that I want. Pretty much. So, yeah, we'll basically get back to the mountain crossing. We're just gonna post up there at the campsite. They got, a tent pad right there, I think, with water and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, we'll bring water, and I'll start cameling water tonight. Probably take a hot shower, and I mean, it's only 4:30, I think. Yes, 5:25. Yeah, it's only 5 o'clock, so I still got 5 hours to kill. Oh, there's your bell. Speak of the devil. Speak of God. Not the devil. Only God. But yeah, we're getting deep in our Bible. Learning about the story of David, who killed Goliath, and his tale. Very interesting guy. He was, especially like coming from Moses, it's like he was so... Alright, enough. I think the main difference that I've noticed, like, David was kind of more of a, like, he was very sure of himself and his relationship with God, where Moses was like, kind of just receiving messages. Well, I don't know. From what it sounded like, David was like a man of action. Like, if he saw something, there'd be points in time he's like, all right, I'm just walking around with my 600 fighters, and we're just going around kicking ass. Like, literally, they talk about, you console God, and God's like, yeah, go attack, I'll deliver them into your power. Like, and it would be like, all right, 600 dudes taking on like 20,000. Like, or like 2,300 or something, something crazy. Honestly, I think there was a couple of times that they did. There was like, yeah, they had 20, they literally destroyed like all of these like cities and stuff, and it's like, damn. And that was like before he even became king. Like, and I think it was interesting because he refused to kill the old king, even though like Saul was the king. He refused to kill him. He's like, look, you were appointed by God. I'm not going to kill somebody that was appointed by God. That's not my job. God will take care of you if he has appointed you. And, yeah, no, it's just been... All right, Sadie, I'm getting tired of this, all right? Stop. So, but yeah, we're just getting deep in the Bible. Find a lot of correlations, but... Yeah, main thing is, like, look, do what God says. If he says, yeah, go. If he tells you to stay, then stay. Not that hard. Keep it simple, stupid. And follow my commandments. Love God with all your heart. And he will bless you. So, yeah. Bible's good. Definitely learning a lot. I think, like, filling in the knowledge, like, in between, like, a lot of the stories is very interesting. Like, the whole period of like all the judges that you've never heard of, and it's like, yeah, they only lasted like 7 to 10 years, and then they would die, and then the people would get back to their old ways, you know. And they, basically, slowly, exactly what God said, like everything happened. And I was like, all right, in the beginning, this is what happened, and then we took an account of the next 200 years or something, and I was like, yeah, it's exactly what he said. Imagine that. Imagine that. But, um, but yeah, it's just put your faith in the God, like, put your faith in the Lord, and He will direct you. But doesn't mean you won't struggle. There will be struggles, and but He's got your back. That's from my own personal experience, and also in the Bible, drawing correlations. So, thoughts of the day. Day 15, just another Moseying day. Yeah, met a lot of people, and yeah, I'm like still full from Chick-fil-A. That was like really good. But I might try to go see if this pizza spot right here does something called a cheesesteak. You guys know cheesesteak down here? Or is this only a pizza place? But I don't know. The South. Still got to do like some Southern barbecue. I got to find like there is a barbecue spot in town, but it wasn't close to where I was. Chick-fil-A was like the same quality. They just skimped out on the fries a little bit. Like, I'm like, all right, you guys know how to pack fries like up north? But anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much all we got for day 15. So we will do another update tomorrow, day 16. We will be back into the wilderness, and yeah, we have, I would say, like a very healthy 10 to 12 days worth of food. Maybe longer if we're not hiking and we're just chilling out, not burning calories. And I gotta put another I gotta do a notch in my belt. That's another one. I've been losing weight, fasting and hiking, man. You lose a lot of weight. You switch over to start burning that fat, and you add a little cold in there to keep you warm at night. You're cutting weight, man. I can already feel it. I basically went in pretty heavy. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna work out before I go. We'll just get the trail. Will get me ready for the trail. I'm already pretty good. And yeah, the first 8 miles like kicked my ass like crazy. That was like a real wake up call. But I think that's also like the hardest stretch. You're climbing like 2,000 feet in like 8 miles. Like, just take a 45-degree angle up. That's what you're doing, and do it for 8 miles. So yeah, we will probably just stop at all the tent sites, start cutting our food weight down just by eating it. We got a lot of like really great food. We got like goat cheese and smoked Gouda, all kinds of stuff. Probably end up doing some grilled cheese sandwiches. Ooh, did I get butter? Do I have any oil? You don't need, I could just do like a regular. No, you don't need butter for, well, I'm a big, I like mayo on my grilled cheese sandwich, but anyway, so yeah, that's just where we're at. We are doing really great. Got a heated room, staying out of the 20-degree nights. I think it's going down to like 12 degrees or something tonight, and it's like the feel like is like, I don't know, -2 or 3. We have a tent. We are good. I've been using the hand warmers to like put in the bottom of my tent, but I think if I get another like insulated mat for the ground, we should be good. Probably just some kind of lightweight one. Like I have one that's like blow up, but I fold it in half because I like sleeping on my side, and my feet touch the ground on the sleeping bag. But I don't know. We'll figure that out tomorrow. Not really worried. We'll have our ride. Yeah, our ride's coming at like 2 o'clock. He'll take me there by 3. The campsite's like 0.1 miles away from where he's dropped me off at the top of the hill, not the bottom of the hill. He picked me up at the bottom because I walked down, but yeah, I'm like, drop me off at the top. I don't want to climb that mountain again. We cheating. We don't care. It's all about the experience, not the mileage. But yeah, experience is great. Experience is really great so far. It's been challenging. You know, your body's, you're sleeping on the ground. You're not sleeping that. I mean, you're sleeping okay, but you know, it gets dark at like 5 o'clock. So then you're just up in the tent with, your lights on. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just start reading the Bible because I don't have any cell service. And yeah, no, experience so far, 10 out of 10. And again, it's not like a cakewalk. It's like, it's been challenging. Like, I mean, we're packing a lot of weight. But I can definitely feel my legs getting used to climbing. And hey, they just say one step at a time. Hike your hike. All right, well, I'm chilling. Like, my hike's chill. Like, again, I don't even care if I make it to Maine. I would say if I really wanted to, then we just got to start putting on some more mileage just so we don't have to resupply like super heavy. But it's still early in the season, and yeah, I mean, we're only 15 days in. Not even a month yet. Good Lord. Not even a month. But yeah, just thoughts of the day. Just rambling on, but great day. And yeah, I think we'll just wrap it up there. Day 15.